Students, we're going to do a B-class vehicle. We're going to do the in-cab today on a B-class vehicle. This is actually not a B-class vehicle. This is actually 26,000 pounds or under. But same basic concept of everything that you're doing. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to start with is my safety equipment. So my seat belt is securely mounted, top and bottom. The belt itself is not cut, frayed, worn, torn. It latches in and it releases and it latches back in. Alright, so then I got my safety equipment. I got over here beside me, I've got my fire extinguisher. It is securely mounted, it is up to date, the pin is in place, it is a proper rating, and it's full. Then I got my 3 triangles, they're under the seat and they are secure. Then I got my spare fuses, they're in the dash over here on the side. Alright, so now I'm going to do a safety start, but I'm also going to do a governor shut off. I'm going to pump my brakes down to 90 psi, and I'm going to listen for the governor to shut off between 120 and 140. So I'm going to pump it down to 90 psi. Alright, now I'm going to do a safe start, so I'm hovering my foot over the brake. I'm going to cycle my key on. My ABS light came on and went off. Now, if you had a vehicle with DEF, this is the time you would also tell the examiner that my DEF light came on and went off. Alright, so I'm going to start my vehicle. Okay, so now I'm going to idle the vehicle up and I'm going to listen for the governor shut off between 120 and 140. Okay, my governor shut off at about 145 psi. So now I'm going to touch my brake, idle it down. So now I'm going to check my lighting indicators. So my left turn signal is working. My right turn signal is working. My hazards are working. Okay, my high beam indicator is working. Okay, so now I'm going to check my city horn. Now this does not have an air horn, so I would inform the examiner of that fact. Alright, so now I'm going to check my climate control. So I'm going to turn my fan all the way on. I'm going to turn it up on the heat. I'm going to put it down on the frost. I'm going to reach up. The defroster is working. I'm going to put it on the foot. I'm going to reach under the cab or under the dash, and the heater is working. I'm going to turn it off. So now I'm going to check my glass. My windshield is clean, clear. No chips, no cracks, no illegal stickers. The windshield wiper blade and the windshield wipers are not cracked or broken. They're securely mounted to the vehicle. The blades themselves are not cut, frayed, worn, torn. And the windshield washer works. It also shows I have proper contact with the windshield. Okay, so then I go to my mirror. So my mirror brackets are not cracked or broken. They're not bent. They're not missing any nuts bolts or hardware. They're securely mounted to the vehicle. The glass itself is clean, clear, no chips, no cracks, and it is adjusted to need. Alright, so now I'm going to do some brake checks. So I'm going to check my parking brake first. So I'm going to hover my foot over the brake, I'm going to put it in drive, and I'm going to tug against that parking brake that is engaged. So the brake works, I'm going to put it back in neutral. Now I'm going to release the parking brake with my foot on the service brake. And I'm going to put it back in drive, and I'm going to drive forward, check my service brakes, and stop. So my brake pedal wasn't soft or spongy, and my wheel didn't go left or right. So I'm going to put it back in neutral. I'm going to reapply my parking brake. I'm going to shut the vehicle off. I'm going to take the key out for safety purposes, and I'm going to imaginary get out and chock my wheels. Now during the test, you would actually get out and chock the wheels. I'm not doing that yet, I'm just doing this video. Alright, so I get back in the vehicle, I am going to put my seatbelt back on. I'm going to put the key back in the ignition. Now I'm going to do another safe start with another governor check or governor shut off. So I'm going to do another safe start. So I'm going to hover my foot over the brake, and I'm going to turn my key on. My ABS light came on and off. So now I'm going to turn the vehicle on. Now I'm going to idle it up between 120 and 140 and listen for the governor shut off. So my governor shut off at 120 psi, or actually 145 psi. So now I'm going to place my foot on the brake. I am going to release my parking brake. I'm going to turn the key off. I'm going to turn the key back on. I'm going to tell the examiner, I'm going to roll down my window. I'm going to shut off my fan, shut off my radio. I'm going to listen out my window, and I'm going to listen for leaks. I don't want to hear any leaks, and I'm going to watch my gauges and make sure I don't lose more than 3 psi in a minute. Then I hit my timer. Okay, so a minute goes by. I didn't lose more than 3 psi. So now I'm going to check for my low air warning light. That should come on before 55 psi. So I'm going to pump my brake down and watch for that light. Okay, so it came on, and it came on at about 60 psi. Alright, so now I'm going to check for my emergency spring brakes. They should come on between 20 and 45 psi. Now I'm not going to watch my gauges in this case, I'm going to watch my button. And that went off just about 22 psi. Alright, so now I'm going to do another safe start, and I am going to check and make sure that brake actually functions. So I'm going to hover my foot over the brake. Vehicle's in neutral, parking brake is applied. Start the vehicle. Okay, now I'm going to put it in drive, and I'm going to tug against that brake. Okay, and that brake works. I'm going to put it back in neutral. And now I'm going to rebuild my air pressure between 120 and 140. And that is the in-cab in a vehicle.